Happy Wednesday, long time no talk. It is not Vlogmas, but I'm going to vlog today because I think the way things have changed with COVID-19 has become super interesting, and the way I do my job has definitely changed. So I figure we'll do a little behind the scenes look tonight. My job is actually starting, it's 2:05 now. I'm waiting for the president to start speaking, and basically that's when I quote unquote start work. So the past few days we've been listening to his press conference, and as soon as I get in, I'll sit at the desk and listen to the rest of it. Looks like they're still waiting right now. Sorry if you can't see that. Yeah, for him to show up. So I'm gonna get my dog put outside. I'm gonna leave this on and we'll head to work. We have arrived at work. I've been listening to this wannabe press conference for 20 minutes now, waiting for it to start. The president is late today, but it looks like he may be coming in right now. So we're headed in, we're gonna go get ready, we're gonna get on the desk, so that way when we're ready to get out of it, I can give some remarks and we can get out. So let's head in. Okay, grabbed a few things from my desk, headed into the green room to fluff my hair really quick, and listening to the president.
Communities at risk and destroy lives.
We're heading in.
Every year, tens of thousands of Americans.
We are sanitized, we are mic'd. Now that I have my IFB, I'll be able to listen to the president in my ear so I can shut off the live stream. I've already been taking notes as far as what they've said so far. I'm going to jump onto our instant messenger because that's how I'm keeping track of conversations that are still happening. And as soon as I get on the desk and I'm set up, I always send a message saying, hey, I'm on the desk, I'm ready to go for whenever the president's done speaking. And then they can send me info if they need to. And everybody's in a Zoom meeting right now. Let me see if I can pull it up, just so you can see. I would normally be in this meeting, but since the president's holding his media briefing now, I have to be here, so I may bring it up just to look at it, but I won't be taking part in it. Taking part in it, I should say.
So in the 5, I have 3 different people. First, we're going to start with Bion, who's doing open businesses and the expanded power given to public health.
So that's the meeting.
How this social distancing learning is going to work.
Yeah, it gets a little hairy because there's so many of us in it trying to go over everything that we can. So this whole thing has been new and different. I have to write Alexa. So if you don't know, we have an Alexa update that goes onto like the Alexa little thing if you have one at home. So I'm gonna write that now because as soon as the president's briefing is over, I have to record a thing for promotions and then I have to film Alexa. The president with the military finished talking. Now the president's talking about COVID, so we're listening to this. We'll listen to this until they start questions. Then we'll take us out. Then we'll get on with the rest of the day. Crisis and the fact that our government is paying attention on how to make sure that the country is healthy. So they said that they decided to make sure that there was extra effort put in to make sure that those drugs did not penetrate the U.S. Then the president got up and said that the manufacturers and suppliers are still working to make more products to get them delivered. The president now taking questions. If you'd like to continue to watch the Q&A session here, you can log on to our website, turnto23.com, or onto our 23ABC Facebook page. And of course, we will have a full wrap-up on the president's statements tonight on 23ABC News at 5. Now that we're done with that, we are going to move on to teases. We are going to move on to a promo that I have to film. So something that I have to do when we're ready for teases is I have to text Allison to tell her, hey, we're ready, since she is working remotely. So I'm gonna go ahead and call them. So they are actually, fun fact, they are actually in a room right there. If you can see, there's a little glass window, but we are not allowed to cross paths right now. So we do not go back there to talk to them. If we want to talk to them, we got to call them. So, hello, Teases and Alexa are all ready to go too. Good evening, I'm Jessica Harrington. Here's what's making headlines around Kern County. The number of positive tests for COVID-19. Okay, now that those are done, we have a promo to film for promotions. So I'm gonna do that now because they've been asking me for 4 days. It's been busy, okay? It's been really busy. So, okay, let me get this set up. I'm gonna have to switch cameras. 3, 2, 1. To those essential workers who are keeping the doors open, we thank you. Okay, now we gotta send, and then I can actually go do my own work. All right. Okay, so I literally just sat down at my desk and I see that the new public health numbers are out, so I'm messaging to make sure we saw. Now, I'll update social media with the new numbers as well. Okay, that's done. So now what I normally do now that I get like a few minutes is I go through all the emails, go through the planner, make sure that everything is in the planner and in the shows that we've gotten via email today, just because it's very hard for all of us to ensure that that's actually getting into a show. So because there's so much information. So I'm gonna work on that now. Okay, so I just finished going through emails, and like right as I was finishing, we got a new email saying that Bakersfield police are releasing their first body cam video. So we've got 7 minutes worth of video that I'm going to watch because I very well could end up in the live center showing this video and discussing through what happens. But this is the first video we've received. Okay, so we are heading into show. It is 4:52 right now. I just finished watching the officer-involved shooting video. I also called BPD to just get some clarification on the video and discuss the angle and exactly what I was looking at. So I needed to get that before I went on air. And then now we've decided we're gonna do it in the live center, which is great because then we can show the entire video. But then that means I've got to get in there early to go pull it up. And I also have to pull up public health numbers and the BPD one now, which sounds easy, but it's not always. So, gonna fluff my hair now. Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for 23 ABC News at 5. I'm Jessica Harrington. Tonight's top stories. Kern County Public Health breaking down COVID-19 cases by age groups. We'll tell you about this new information, as well as how many cases are being reported. Plus, and Governor Gavin Newsom announcing today there will be no school for the rest of the academic year. We'll have details on what he said and how local education officials are responding. 23 ABC News at 5 starts right now. And a good evening to you. We begin tonight in the Live Center with a number of positive tests for COVID-19 in Kern County residents. Yeah, so now we just did a tease for the 6 o'clock show, and then I'm gonna go prep for the 6 o'clock show, and we'll do it all over again. We just received word that there's potentially a large company here in Bakersfield that had an employee who tested positive for COVID-19. So I'm reaching out to the company's rep to see if they can confirm it. The only reason this is important is because public health is not giving out a lot of information, and what a lot of our viewers want is information, more pinpointed information, to know whether or not they could have been exposed, whether or not they need to take any extra precautions. And so that's why we're reaching out, but we're trying to get that information. So I just tried calling, and now I'm sending an email to see if we can get it confirmed. Okay, finished making calls on that. Now I am writing Alexa because we do another update at 6:30, and then I will start reading scripts for the 6 p.m. because it is 5:41, and I am behind on reading. Let me see what we just got. Can we put this up now? Okay. And the phones won't stop ringing. 23 ABC. Hi, this is Jessica with 23 ABC. I'm looking for John. Well, John Doe, you know what I mean? Okay. Reading scripts, because I've got like 3 minutes. Literally, this is what I've come to. I have to walk away. It's 5:58. I can't even answer the phone just because I'm so late. Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for 23 ABC News at 6. I'm Jessica Harrington. Tonight's top stories. That's your latest news and weather update. For the latest news anytime, be sure to log on to our website, turnto23.com. Thank you. Okay, so I wrote Alexa during a 6 p.m. commercial break because, as you saw, I didn't have time between the 5 and 6. We just filmed that. Now I'm going to go back out, start reading scripts for 7, and we'll do it all over again. So I was on this phone with a manager when the desk phone started losing their minds, and so I got slightly overwhelmed. It is 6:55. I haven't read a single script, so I'm trying to get through those, and I've got to head in there like ASAP. So Mike did a story call on a pizza place up in Fraser Park, and I don't know how to say it.
The pizzas are still going out, but shutting down the dining room at the Small Mountain Pizzeria is one of the toughest restrictions they've faced.
It's like a community center, you might say. They come in and visit daily.
John Cavey opened the...
Caveman Cavies, okay. All right, I gotta go. It is 6:57. What happened?
I was trying to get the root can back up.
Oh. Is the prompter? Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for 23 ABC News at 7. I'm Jessica Harrington. We are in the middle of the 7 p.m. We have a portion of the show where we utilize our national team to basically send us some stories so that way we don't have to fill the content. So this is literally like a time for me to play catch up, which I'm about to do because I just got a message from my producer asking which story needed to get online. What happened? Did you tell Esteban scripts aren't in for these? Hey, Alex. What a day. I'm gonna head back over to my desk and check emails, make sure everybody's good, and then I'm probably gonna try to head out on break early. I normally don't take my break until about 8:30, but we've been running into some issues with me still having to kind of check scripts and things while I'm on my break, and then our reporters have to wait to hear back, so it's just an issue. So if I can take off early, I think I'm going to, but I'm just gonna go out there and make sure everything's settled before I leave. The story on our website, let me see. I'm sorry, I just exited out. Give me 1 second. The phones will not stop ringing. Okay. I'm just finishing up Alexa for our 10 o'clock recording, so that way when I get back, it can be done and we can do it right at 10 o'clock. Okay. Excuse me. I am heading on break finally. Okay. Off we go. Hi, Bubby. Hi, handsome. What are you doing? Dinner is served. This is a Korean ground beef I made today, some veggies. I'm watching YouTube. This guy won't leave my side. He's hoping to get a bite. Okay, so I am back from break. I've been back from break for about 30 minutes or so, and I called KCSO about a situation. I talked to my assistant news director before she took off for the night, over the phone, of course. checked our reporter's script to make sure it's good to go, and then was catching up on emails to see what, if anything, has come in the last hour, checked our social media to make sure we didn't get any new messages. And now I am prepping for teases. So I don't know why I keep forgetting to press record, but I called BPD. There was a carjacking of some sort. I forget. I just get into work mode, you know, but it is 10:15, so I'm going to text Allison, tell her we're heading in for teases, and go do teases. Good evening, I'm Jessica Harrington. Here's what's making headlines around Kern County. We had to float the 30-second tease because the video did not make it in time, and we just have deadlines for when they can air, so that won't air, but it's okay. And then I got a call from the reporter that she had a question about her package, so I've got to go back, look at my screen, look at her story, tell her what she can cut out. So we're headed back to do that. And then it's time to read scripts. Final fluff of the night, thank goodness. Good evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for 23 ABC News at 11. I'm Jessica Harrington. Tonight's top stories. As cases... That is a wrap. I'm sanitizing again before I leave, so that way the morning show has a clean desk. They do tell us, like, sanitize when we get here, sanitize when we leave, just so that, you know, just in case I forget to wipe anything down, so I'll leave that there. But that is the day. I hope that gives you a little more insight as to what I do on a normal day, a little bit of how crazy it is. It's busy. We don't get to just kind of like hang out and like paint our nails until each of the shows, but yeah, it's just a little glimpse, and this was actually not too crazy of a night. We've had nights where there's constant breaking news coming in, and this was not one of those, thankfully. So yeah, so I hope that helped out. I hope that gave you some insight. Be kind to your newscasters wherever you are. Send them some good vibes. If you see somebody doing a good job or if you like their story, tell them they could use it, especially right now. And thanks for watching. See ya.